Boy, oh boy, what a month, what a year it has been thus far for the shooter genre. We have a plethora of news to cover. We have so many games coming out this year for shooter fans, and what bigger announcement to be made than Counter-Strike 2, one of the greatest shooters of all time, is getting a sequel. And for me, growing up playing Counter-Strike since I was probably 10 or 11, this is a very, very big game for me. I've been playing since Counter-Strike 1.5, 1.6. So seeing that Valve is now taking the initiative to create a sequel with the Source 2 engine, this is going to be incredibly big stuff. So according to VGC, it states that CS2 could be announced this month, and that newly released NVIDIA drivers also suggest the game could appear very soon. Now, this is all according to Richard Lewis, who is a journalist with a long-breaking Counter-Strike related story, journalist, and according to him, he states that a new version of Counter-Strike is on its way and that it had been worked on for some time. Now, how much time that has been, we obviously don't know, but he goes on to further state that the new version is almost certainly set to be released under the working title Counter-Strike 2, and the tentative release date for the beta is in this month of March, with April 1st at the outside. So with the beta coming out this month, March is pretty stacked when it comes to betas for shooters. We have the finals coming out, which is most likely tomorrow for the closed beta. Now we have this beta for Counter-Strike 2. There's a lot going on. And so this is massive. I most certainly will be looking out for when the beta drops for this game, because I definitely want to be taking advantage of the Source 2 engine. But let's keep going. It says, according to Lewis's sources, the game is about ready to go and has already entered limiting testing, which reportedly took place at Valve's HQ in Seattle. Now, backing up Lewis's claims are the new NVIDIA drivers that introduce support for two new unknown apps, CSGO 2 EXE and CS2 EXE. These are apparently related to Counter-Strike 2 and have been implemented by NVIDIA ahead of the launch of the beta. So we have Gabe Follower here on Twitter, who states that something weird just happened. The NVIDIA drivers introduced support for the unknown app, CSGO 2 EXE. And so this is interesting. This is a very, very compelling story. I typically don't go into the data mining aspect of NVIDIA drivers, but it's cool to know that there are people out there who really go the extra mile to ensure that we fans out there get to see what's upcoming or what's cooking. And so Lewis's report goes on to say that work on CS2 has seemingly contributed to the relative lack of work on CSGO issues. Now that makes sense because CSGO has been an ongoing game for many years now, and as a result, they have probably been working on, again, the Source 2 engine and of course CSGO 2 for quite some time. So it's understandable that they're probably focusing more of their attention on trying to implement more value into the sequel, as opposed to, giving more attention to what's currently happening in CSGO. Now, mind you, it would have been nice if they had fixed some of the issues in CSGO, but I'm more than happy, more than, excited for what's to come in store for CSGO as a entire game itself. Now, he goes on to further state that the big priority is getting this out and then polishing it, fixing any bugs, and bringing it up to the level people expect from Counter-Strike. And I agree. I do think that, prioritizing the new release of CSGO 2 will most likely yield better results and therefore grant, players more hype and anticipation for what's to come. So for me, I'm pretty hype. I'm pretty excited for this. I do want to see the game in action. I would love to see more gameplay previews just to see what CS2 looks like, what Source 2 looks like. Now, the game will unsurprisingly reportedly run on the Source 2 engine. Sources also claimed to Lewis that the game would feature servers that would run at 128 tick, bringing it in line with the rival title Valorant. Now, that's also really, really positive news, as a lot of CSGO fans have tested out Valorant. Some have stated that the game isn't as what they expected with regards to how CSGO plays. Me personally, I've tried both, and ultimately I'll always favor CSGO just because of how fluid the game feels, and it's really a legacy game. Again, anyone who's grown up with Counter-Strike will know that the game has been out for a very, very long time. It really has a lot of legacy behind it, a lot of prestige, and therefore, because of that, the game has more intrinsic value to fans of the series. So for me personally, I'm looking forward to this, and if they are bringing the game in line with what Valorant has to offer, this is also a very promising ordeal, as it now will again provide that incentive for players to pick up CSGO once again and therefore give it a shot. Valve has yet to comment on the project, which of course is quite obvious. They're probably still working on it and have nothing to say right now. But CSGO remains the most popular game on Valve's Steam platform, regularly attracting more than 1.3 million players per day. That is huge. That for a game that has been out for as long as CSGO has been, or let alone the Counter-Strike franchise as a whole, for a 1.3 million player per day concurrent user is incredible, to say the least. It is really, really incredible to see a game of this legacy, of this longevity, last this long and still perform as consistently as it does. When we've seen other games come and go, AAA games come and go, CSGO still remains at the top of the food chain. So all that being said, what do you folks think? Are you CSGO fans? Are you hype about this news? Let me know in the comment section down below, and of course, be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with more news pertaining to shooters, Overwatch 2, and more. Until next time, take care. Peace out.